probably gonna be, whoa. Okay. Good thing there's nobody below me. That could certainly ruin someone's day. Look at it, still going. Hello my friends, we are back out on the CRF300LS on this beautiful Saturday morning. So where we're headed to is a place called the White Horse Hills. Now that is plural, hills with an S, which means that it's actually sort of a collection of smaller peaks, and it's generally recognized for the White Horse Hills that there are 3 significant peaks in the collection of hills. There's the East Peak, the North Peak, and then the most prominent of the 3, the West Peak. And the West Peak is the highest point in the hills, so that is the primary peak, but all 3 are considered part of the collection. So my goal for today is to get up there and hit all 3 peaks. But it will require off-trail tramping, bushwhacking. There's no established trail to the summit. So it'll be a little adventure. It'll be like Red Mountain all over again. So that's where we are headed. We are just about to get off-road here. The bike is running great. We are almost out of the break-in period. We're at 235 miles, so we've got about 65 miles left of pampering it before we can start to open it up a little bit more. I'd be really curious to do a high-speed test on the bike to see what we can get it up to. So yeah, come along for the ride. Let's go check out the White Horse Hills. Onward. This section that we're coming up on now is pretty famous in the area for just its beauty and its aesthetics. A lot of people come up here, especially during the fall, when a lot of the non-pine trees, the deciduous trees and the aspens are starting to change. We don't have too many trees here that are not pine trees, so it's actually nice to find some places like this where you can actually get some color and really pretty. This road is a little bit chewed up right now, actually, so I don't want to be a hero here. Yeah, this road has seen some wear this year with all the rain, and yeah, just it's a little beat up. I'm being incredibly overcautious just because I have no sense for like how coherent this ground is. I think I might actually pull over though and disable my ABS. So let's see, make sure it works. Hold it down for 3 seconds. Boom, there it goes. Nice. That's how it should work. I didn't get a good look at what bike she was riding, but it looked like it was a sweet little dirt bike. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see the hills right now. There's definitely some peaks over here. I'm not sure which one is which and which one is us. I think those are our peaks though, right there. Through the trees, you can kind of see. Let me pull in here. So I'm pretty sure what you're looking at is that is the North Peak there, and then that's the East and West Peaks there, I think. All right, we have made it. I think I have found the trail, although as you can see, it's not heavily used. This is definitely going to be an off-trail bushwhack. So I have no idea how this is going to go, if this is actually the trail I'm supposed to be on, but already it's starting to kind of peter out. So clearly that log blocking it back there has eliminated the possibility of getting to this point. So it's just grown in tremendously since it once was a road. This is the trail marked on the map as the trail we're supposed to be following. I think this maybe is the junction.
And I think it used to be that was a road coming in, and this is where we're going. So, who knows? CRF could definitely get up this if I could get back here. Okay, well, we've definitely come to the end of the trail, and we are just using our bearings now off trail, but we're getting a nice view of the peaks. So from where I stand, I can see north White Horse Hill, and then the primary White Horse Hill, and then the east is going to be on the other side. So the scale is a little bigger than I think I realized. So I do think this is going to take me a fair amount of time to get up all three of these peaks. So I'm gonna swoop around and oh, here we go. Look at that, we're back on a trail. So there is a trail here. Excellent. So here's the deal. I think I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm looking at basically the primary peak. This is a small shoulder of the primary peak. I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna beeline it straight up this hill, hit the primary peak, go over, hit the east peak, and then loop back around. So I am just gonna go off trail here and head straight up the side of this mountain. And it doesn't look like it's that much gain, maybe, I don't know, maybe 400 feet, maybe 5. So we're just gonna free hike it up the side of the mountain here. Okay, this is bonkers steep. That's where I came from. I've climbed about 300-400 feet so far, and there's the top, and it's easily 30 to 40% gradient. This is all fours, scrambling up this hillside, but thankfully that's the peak right there. It's not even any one of the big peaks. It's actually a sub peak of the primary peak. So I'm gonna still hit it since it's essentially on the way, but it only has like a 30-foot prominence over the main peak, so whatever. I just want to get up this damn climb because it is brutal. Whew. Yep, almost to the top of this sub peak. Oh, made it. Okay, so now that we're here, here's what we got left. Primary peak, east peak, I don't know what that is way over there, northeast peak, I don't think that's anything important. North peak, so we gotta go boom, down and up over to there, down into this valley, towards that drainage, and then scramble up the side of that peak, and then come down and loop back around the bike. So, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get scrambling. That might end up being the most difficult climb of this whole endeavor, and it was to a peak that didn't even count. So, but I had to get up on this ridge anyway. It just made sense to hit it since it was effectively on the way. So here we go, we're already climbing. All right, topping out. See if there's a benchmark. I don't see anything. 1 down, 2 to go. This is exciting. Let's see, someone's camped up here. What I'd like to do is hit this summit with the least amount of climb as possible. So I think that means going down basically to this saddle here and then working my way up. Oh yeah, we're cruising. We are cruising. So this peak is definitely gonna mark the farthest point on this little loop today. And then we start slowly heading back. So this will be where we are most vulnerable, I guess, given the clouds, and if we run into some weather. We're just gonna aim straight for that saddle on the other side. This looks like, I don't know, maybe 250 feet, maybe 300. Yeah, I think that first climb is gonna end up being the worst. Although the climb up that north mountain looked pretty bad too, so we'll see. We are nearly at the top of the east summit. I just checked the altimeter. We've got about 90 to 100 feet to go, and then we'll be on top. So, yep, we've already made that lower saddle, and we're just on the final pitch now. Great view of Humphreys up there, highest point in Arizona. Okay, let's bang this out. All right, well, here we are. We are just about to top out. It appears that this cluster of rocks here is the high point. Excellent. Yes. And that's where we were. Just a little bit lower. Whew. Definitely need a water break. And then there's the North Peak, which is gonna just be a straight shot up the mountainside. Okay, we're on the north sub-peak of the East Peak. And yeah, it took like 2 extra minutes to come over here. So why not? The high point right here. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Let's go do it. Thank you. That looks like fun. Straight up the mountain. Nice. That's awesome. They're right up at the peak that I was at. They went all the way to the top. Fantastic. We made it to the saddle. Just check the map. It is almost exactly 500 feet to the top. 500. So it's not gonna be easy, but we're just gonna hoof it out and get up there as best we can. Find the best line we can and just go for it. This first part's gonna be really steep till we get up to the grassy bits. So let's just do it. Okay, I made it up the steep bottom part, but holy crap, that is a lot. It's about 350 more feet straight up. This reminds me of the last climb on the hard rock course. I thought this was the peak, but it's actually just right there. So I've got to go like another 50 feet to hit the true summit. But oh, wow, that was tough. Straight up, no break whatsoever. All right, let's bang this out. Call it a day. Okay, we're on top. I'm gonna see if I can get a view up top. Let's fire up the drone. Here's the deal, guys. Rain clouds are coming in, the wind is picking up. My drone started yelling at me because it was getting blown around too much. So it is time to call it a day and get off these damn mountains and yeah, get back to the bike and get the heck home. So there's our trail. I can see it down there. We just got to get down into that drainage, which is about 500 feet of descent. And I didn't have any spots on this climb where it like leveled off and I could, you know, catch my breath. It was just straight up the whole way. So I think in some ways it was actually tougher than that first climb. we have nailed all of the White Horse Hills, every single one, even the ones that I wasn't planning on doing. I did them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of the White Horse Hills. Beautiful view of all the peaks that I've just done. So there was the first sub peak, and then the main peak, and then the east peak, and then the northeast peak, and now the north peak. And now I'm heading down to that trail, and I'm gonna just hike my way around and back to the bike. It's probably gonna be, whoa. Okay. Good thing there's nobody below me. That could certainly ruin someone's day. Look at it, it's still going. That's how steep this hill is. Wow. Still going. There it is. How about that? Smooth sailing. From here on in, I think. Get back to the bike. Time to head home.